It's Moodle time.
Hello, welcome back to Moodle Time. Today we're going to take a look at course formats. And so here, back in the Moodle, and all my Moodles are listed down here, so I can just simply click on one. And here is the Moodle that I was working on. From the previous video, we did headings, so if you need to do that, go back and take a look at that video. So, course format. I think this is an important thing to take a look at and to set up initially. You can fill out your course and then do the course format after, but it's not I wouldn't recommend that necessarily, although you can certainly do that. So to just give you a sense of the different course formats that I'm going to take a look at today, I'm actually going to show you a couple different Moodles here. Here's a science one here. This format has been set up so it's got the title of the Science 9, characteristics of electricity, and so on, and it's got all the things underneath it. And if you click on this gear over here and go to Edit Settings, you're going to see that when you go to course format, and this is the same with the Moodles by default, they're set to topics format. At least they are at our division. So topics format, if you click on this, you can see there's a bunch of different choices that we have, and to be sure, there's lots of choices of formats that can be downloaded. But the two that or the three, I guess, that I'm going to look at, the topics format, the collapsed topics, and the tiles format are the three that I'm going to take a look at today. And I actually am going to go with tiles format, and I'll show you why I am. But you can go with whatever format you like. So topics format, again, this looks like this just looks like the topic here, and then it has all the parts, the content underneath. So these are like the syllabus, info, and so on, and quizzes, and all sorts of good activities here. So if you change this, so go back to Edit Settings, go to course format, change it to, I'm going to change it to collapsed topics, and then you go to the bottom. Of course, when you click on collapsed topics, a whole bunch of other settings come up, and you can take a look, read through them, see if you can figure them out. You can definitely use them there. But at the end of it, you need to save and return or save and display. In this case, I don't think it'll matter. And so you can see now all these here have been characteristics of electricity, atoms and elements, and so on. They all have been collapsed. So I can click on the side here, and I'll uncollapse it, it'll open it up, or I can click it again and I'll collapse it. So that's kind of a nice way, because then you can see the whole course, and it's a nice way to toggle between the collapsed and the uncollapsed view. And the other view that I want to show you is actually, I think I have a good example here with the physics class that I'm trying to put together here, and I think it's this one, yeah. So here I have one. I'll just change this so that we can view it here, where it's got a header, and then it's got the tile format here. And so you see the 5 units here, and I have one hidden unit here. And so this is a different format. When you click on them, it'll open up the content, but everything will be in blocks, or it can be in blocks. It doesn't have to be in blocks like this, but that's the way I've set it up so far. So, and then as you cycle through the different units, they open up. The reason why I like this one is because you can include a nice picture, and I think just visually it looks really nice. So I'll show you how to do that today. So let's go back to Moodle time, and so Moodle time looks like this. Again, I'm going to just click those 3 lines there so that I can just see Moodle time, the full site like this. And so I have by default given 10 topics. You can think of that as 10 units or 10 outcomes, however you want to organize your course. And I'm going to go to Edit Settings again and scroll down to course format. I'm going to actually change it to the tiles format. Again, once I click on the tiles format, there's a whole bunch of options that come up. Tile icons. I can pick icons for for my units, but I'm not going to do it like this. I'll show you a different way. And then we can click on the colors too if you want to change them. There's a little bit of selection there. And there's some progress on each tile. Anyway, there's some different options here. I'm not going to go into the options right now because I just want to show you how to get this thing going. So go click on Save and Return. And here we go. So here you can see they're called Tile 1, 2, and they have a little like a pie chart type logo there. That's just in place of a picture that I haven't put in there. So what I'm going to recommend here is that you actually click on, or actually we're going to do something. We're going to edit and we're going to upload pictures. So let's actually go grab a picture first. So let's go to Unsplash again, unsplash.com. I'm just going to use that for all my pictures, and I would like, let's do a unit on electricity for fun. Electricity, and here we have a lot of beautiful pictures whose theme is electricity. So again, for this one you're looking for more square shaped, maybe slightly longer horizontally than vertically, but not by much. So something like this nice light bulb here is probably not the best pick. I think it will again take a section of it, but I don't think it's quite the look you're probably going for unless you just want part of it. This one on the other hand is quite nice. Scroll a little bit further down. This would work probably good. This is a good one right here, old style voltmeter gauge, and yeah, lots of good. One thing I'd recommend is just keeping it really really simple and beautiful pictures, because they're kind of small, the things, and oh yeah, that's a nice one too. Maybe I'll try this one here, this little hand and the light bulb. There's a lot of really nice ones. So I think it'll crop it off nicely. We'll just see. So what we do is we click on it, we click download. Remember, again, it downloads to here. You can right click and go show in folder. This will show it. Now it opened up a window over on the other. I have a couple other windows here, so it shows it right here. And this is my picture. I'm just going to copy that. Go down to copy, and I'm just copying into my Moodle. I think I'll yeah, I'll copy it into here, or Moodle itself. No, I'll go into here, and I'll just paste it in here. Actually, oops, I think I had everything in here, didn't I? Huh. I'll go to Moodle videos. Okay. Anyway, that part doesn't matter too much. Okay, so I got that picture there. Now I'm going to put this to the side. And here I'm just going to close this. I'm going to go back to the other, the Moodle tab. And in order to actually insert a picture here, or to do any kind of editing, other than the edit settings thing, but if you want to do more specific editing of each unit, that kind of thing, you want to turn editing on. This is a kind of maybe good, maybe bad, annoying, I don't know. Part about Moodle is that you have to, whenever you want to change things, you got to go turn editing on. If you don't turn editing on, you won't have all the settings and all the things that you need to actually make the edit. Now I can edit the title here, and I can also edit the background. So first I'll do the background. Just click on it there, and again we have all these icons that show up. And these are all like kind of clip art type stuff. I actually tried to make some pictures with clip art for my physics class, and they ended up being kind of terrible. So I don't recommend like trying to accumulate a whole bunch of clip art, put it into one picture and say that that's going to be good, because it ended up being kind of ugly for me. So I could also go to my photo library or upload a new photo. In this case, I have to upload a new photo, and you can see that you're supposed to drag and drop it there, or you can click on choose a new file. I'm just going to drag and drop this one. Okay, once it's there, you can click save changes. Alright, now you can see that's been updated here, but it doesn't look like the tile thing until you turn editing off. Now when I turn editing off, you can see what it's going to look like, and that looks spectacular. So I like that quite a lot. The only other thing, I'm going to go back and turn editing on because I want, instead of say tile 1, I want, oops, you got to hit that little pencil thing. I'm just going to call this unit electricity. Oh, and here's another thing. You can't just click off it and hope that it'll save it in there. You got to press enter. And there's your pro tip of the day. Okay, so now I have, I'll turn editing off again. Now you can see that electricity is up here. Okay, I don't need to go inside of it. There's nothing inside. Electricity is up here and a nice picture. So go ahead and again do outcome, or you could do outcomes, or you could do units, or whatever you want to, however you want to label kind of the parts of your class. But go ahead and take time to get a nice picture for each one. I'm going to quickly do that here, and I'll edit that part out of the video so you don't have to watch me do that, and then that'll be the end of the video. Okay, so I've taken the time to put in a picture and a title for every single one. And this last one, number 10, I've decided I don't want. And so if you click on the edit button on the right hand side that's along with it, you can actually delete tiles. Just like you could also go and add a tile down there. So if you find that 10's not enough, you need more, you can add some. If you find that 10 is too much, which I decided it was, you can get rid of one. Now let's turn editing off, and now you should see whether I did a good job at picking pictures or not. If you look through here, you can see that there's different titles, and the reason I picked 9 is because I think once I do a couple more things, there'll be a 3x3 grid and it's going to look really nice. So now you can see all the units, and when I click on them, there's nothing inside them yet, but I just wanted to show you this type of tile format. So there you go.